I'm Diane Kometa. Today's recipe is brownies. These brownies are deliciously rich and have a beautiful texture, and they're so simple to make you don't even need a mixer. Your brownie search is over, so let's get in the kitchen and get things started today on Dishin' with Di. You need an 8x8 or 9x9 pan that's been lightly sprayed with nonstick spray and then lined with parchment paper with the edges hanging over the sides. You also need vanilla extract, some semi-sweet chocolate chips, some eggs that have been lightly whisked and placed in separate bowls, some white chocolate chips, some all-purpose flour, unsweetened cocoa powder, and salt, a little bit of water, unsalted butter, and some granulated sugar. The first thing that we're going to do is take the flour and the unsweetened cocoa powder and salt mixture, and we're going to just whisk that together until it's completely combined. And then just set this aside. And now, very simple, we're going to take the sugar and put that into the bowl along with the butter. And I'm telling you, this is a very simple recipe. And this is at room temperature. The butter, the eggs, everything that I have is at room temperature. And then you're also going to put this little bit of water in here. Take this now, put this in the microwave just until the butter melts. So put your microwave on high, and it might take a minute or two, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. It's all nice and melted, and I'm just going to combine this. And now we're going to take the chips and we're going to put these in. It all comes together fast. Now that this is pretty well combined, I'm going to take my vanilla and add that in. I don't want to add the eggs in while this is hot because the eggs will start to scramble a little bit. I'm just going to set this aside and let it cool a little bit for about 5 minutes. It's cooled, and I'm going to gradually add the egg in. I like to whisk my egg separately because I don't want to add a lot of air into the mixture. So this way it's already mixed and I can add it as slowly as I want. And this is nice because you don't have to use any electric mixer. Basically, you just need your oven and a microwave. If you don't have a microwave, you would just do this step with the microwave on the stove. Okay, so this looks good. You just want it thoroughly combined. And now I'm just going to add in my flour mixture. And I just want to put like half in at a time here. And again, you're not going to mix this real hard. You can even do this with a spoon if you want to. You just want to get it nicely combined. And then just add the rest. So I'm just going to get this nice and combined. Now I'm going to add in my chips. And look at that. I want some of that already. This will definitely take care of a chocolate craving, believe me. Now, at this point, you could also add some nuts if you want to. I'm making these for my husband, and he doesn't like the nuts in there, so I'm just going to leave those out. So now you're ready to put it into your pan. So just take your pan and pour it in there. This looks unbelievable. So rich and so simple. And then just spread this out. So my oven is preheated at 350 degrees, and I'm going to take these and put these in the oven for about 25 minutes. You'll know when they're done when you insert a toothpick in the center and it comes out with a few moist crumbs. So if you like it a little gooier, then it'll be a little gooey on the end when it comes out. So I'm going to put this in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, the brownies have cooled completely, and I just ran my knife just around the edge just to make sure it didn't stick. But look how easy this trick makes things for you. See, it lifts right out. You don't have to cut them in there. And then I just put them right on my cutting board like this. All right, so now I'm gonna cut them. I am gonna use a pizza cutter. I've tried different things and I find that this works well. And I have some hot water here, so I just dip it in the hot water. Also have a paper towel handy because you wanna wipe it off. So I'm gonna go down the center first. Now, remember, mine is a 9x9 pan. So these are a little on the thin side, but again, my husband likes them thin. All right, so in between, just wipe it off. Now, if you don't want to fuss about it, you can just go right through, but if you want them to come out really nice and clean on the edges, just do this, and then just cut them. First cut it in half, and then cut that in half. So cut it in quarters. All right, so now I'm just gonna stack them on this plate and put them on like a pile like this. All right, and now I take some confectioner sugar, and you want to put the confectioner sugar on when it's cold. If you put the confectioner sugar on when it's hot, then it's going to melt on there and it's not going to give you this effect. But does that look pretty? Let's taste and see what they're like. I'll take this one right on the very tippy top. Now, you could see the chips in there. See, you can see the white chocolate chips in there. Now, I put the white in. Again, this is all about my husband today, isn't it? He asked for the white chocolate chips. Now, you can put dark chocolate or semi-sweet or whatever you want in there. I'm gonna taste this. If I entered these into a baking contest, I would win because these are good. And you can cook these a little bit longer if you want to make them a little bit more firm, like cakey, or you could cook them a little bit less if you'd like them really gooey. And you know what I also like? I like the white chocolate chips in there. Even though it was his idea, I kind of like them because it gives it a little bit different flavor. But delish, and you know what's really great when you have these warm right out of the oven and you put like some ice cream on top. I'm really bad today, aren't I? Anyway, I'm going to keep going here. And the recipe is on my website, DishinWithDi.com. So don't forget to go over there and check out everything. And subscribe for more yummy stuff. As usual, I hope I made your life a little easier, more enjoyable, and delicious. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.